So I've been busy the last few weeks, just here and there at night, rebuilding this side of the gold gti-r. Now I started doing this because I looked in the back here and this CV boot was completely blown out. And the reason it was blown out is because someone had wound this coil over so far down it was pushing into the CV, and it's basically cracked it open, and all the grease was just all over absolutely everything. So I did take the opportunity to take the brakes off, completely rebuild the calipers, as the rear brakes on this weren't working anyway because it had been sitting for around 4 or 5 years outside someone's house underneath a pine tree. So the rear brakes didn't work, so I basically just the opportunity to give everything just a nice tidy up and raise the coilovers a bit so they don't foul on the CV boot. The only problem was when I took the other side out and put the coilovers side by side, they're actually different lengths. This one is a lot bigger than the driver's side, like a lot longer in length, the actual body of it. So I'm going to have to get some new rear coilovers for this eventually, but I've just wound both sides up for now. It's going to make the car look a bit ridiculous with a silly stance, but at least I can get it rolling and running and driving until I can pick up another set of coilovers. Been working on it, I've slowly been fixing up all the things that are wrong with it. We've got it started again, we've got it driving again, but now it's time to fix all those old horrible 90s mods on it. So taking it down to the fabricators and yeah, getting a whole bunch of stuff changed on it. Bit more work done on the gold gti-r. New lower arms are in, new CV boot is on, except I found the clip is missing off the end of the shaft, so I'm going to have to go and get one of those from my parts bin. Had the CV joint all greased up, ready to go on. The side was just about all in with its new steering rack arms and sway bar link ends and everything, but I got put off by that. But this side is all back together. It's a bit dark down here unfortunately, but yeah, got all the new bits in there, everything's all bolted back up. So we've got new bottom arm, ball joint, new sway bar links, new steering rack ends, a new CV boot as well because that was ripped, so should be good for a warrant hopefully. And a little bit more progress has been made. I'm putting a new bigger front mount on and new intercooler piping. We've got our other intercooler pipe that's running down the bottom and around, and this pipe's wrapping up and around, and yeah, about ready to take that off and fit the new throttle body on. Driver's seat's also mounted, so we've got a little bit more adjustment to go on that, but we've got new rails and new sides for the bucket seat. Just doing a little bit of fine tweaking to get the seat in the right position. Lots of progress. And yeah, should be good. So we got the car down to Steve's house, who's a good friend of mine. He owns a GTI-R as well, and I'd helped him an awful lot in it over the years, and he said, well, hey, why don't I sort this gold GTI-R out for you? You've run out of time and motivation for it, so let me help you get it on the road. So I sent it down to his house, where he went about doing the intercooler piping, mounting the front mount for me. He made a new alternator bracket to clear everything we'd put down there, and we also discussed that the Link G1 probably wasn't going to be a very good ECU for the car, so I had a Link Atom floating around and a wiring loom, so he tidied up the wiring loom and did a wiring loom diagram and put that in for me. And he also mounted the bucket seat in the car. He also did a whole bunch of other little bits and pieces around on it, and it came out really well. Also, while we were in this fabrication side of it, I found a aftermarket intake manifold that I had floating around the house and wasn't using, so we fitted that. That had 8 injectors, and it was far better than just the factory one that we had, so we put that on. And yeah, also just inherited a whole bunch of other parts that I'd had lying around, oil catch tanks and radiator overflow and window washer bottles. So yeah, came out really well. Unfortunately, I got sick partway through it, and Steve just persevered and did a lot of the work himself, which I really appreciated. I couldn't do anything. Unfortunately, the car did sit outside his house for 8 to 12 months after he completed the work, so I was too sick to go and pick it up. But look, it is what it is, and I really appreciate everything he did on the car. Definitely couldn't have done it without him. It also kept the cost down substantially. So yeah, no, I really do appreciate that. Steve's super good dude. So that's where this video ends. Yeah, as I said, unfortunately I got sick for about 8-12 months, and the car was left outside Steve's house under the covers, and yeah, we went and recovered it about must have been about 6 months ago, and brought it back home to start the rest of the work it needed to be finished, which it is right now, and that's what this series is about. So next video out next week, stay tuned, and I hope you're enjoying the little series. Sorry there's not a lot of video content, unfortunately. Yeah, I didn't get an awful lot of that. It was just all mainly photos and a couple little videos here and there, but as this series continues, the video content becomes more common as I started filming things. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Please don't forget to hit that notification bell, hit the subscribe button. It all means heaps to me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm so close, 957. And I think we're sitting at about 2,700 hours on the channel, so just about monetized, which doesn't really mean anything because I won't get paid much, but hey, got to set little goals, right? So appreciate you all, and see you back for the next video.